All right, so I have a couple of videos out there that show the installation of an Easy Lifter spa cover lift, and some of them are all the way through step by step. But this one I just want to take and do it so that you can see in just a couple of minutes how this whole thing goes together. All right, so we're going to look at each section and each piece as it goes. So for most applications, you're going to have the layout that looks like this, with the short straight bar going vertically and the long straight bar going horizontally. You want to make sure your screw holes are facing the same direction, which is out, so you can secure those screws in there. And these are the screws we will use. They're self-tapping metal screws, and you'll put 4 in this side, 4 in that side, 4 at the bottom, 4 at the top. Mounting brackets are going to go on the bottom, obviously, to mount to the bottom of your tub. And they send these screws. I replace them with some wood screws, just because it's a lot easier to install that way. All right, these are the chains that will keep the cover lift from flying all the way back once it's installed and you lift your cover off. So you're going to need the self-tapping with a washer on one end of the chain, and on the other end you're going to use a screw that's supplied with a washer, and then 3 other screws that will mount into the side panels of the tub. All right, let's do this thing. All right, so now you have all of your bars connected, and just make sure whenever you get ready to screw into the bars, make sure that your inside sleeve bar is far enough up so that you can catch some meat of it when you screw in, and you're not just screwing into thin air. All right, so when you install your mounting brackets, sometimes if you're on a deck, you can actually go straight into the floor of the deck, which I would recommend because it'll give more strength as it's holding the cover up. But in a lot of applications, it's not on a wooden deck, it's on a slab. So this is another option. I would go as close to the edge of that side panel as you can. I get down to where I can try to grab some meat of wood with that those screws, because you want as much meat as possible. Probably all 4 screws are not going to go into wood, but the more you can get, the better off you are. So you'll just have to figure that out on your own. Where's the best place to mount those? Just the place where there is the most wood behind the side panels. Now, one of the things you need to do first is make sure that your cover is lined up with your tub like it's supposed to be, because this is going to help determine where you put this top bolt. So you want this to be right up to the edge of that seam, so when the cover folds back, it'll fold right like it's supposed to. Now we will secure the side posts. All right, once you have secured your side post bars on one side, you're going to want to take a tape measure and measure between the ends of the outside sleeves. That's 19 1/4 right there, because you want to do the same distance on the other side so that when you stand it up, it'll be level. So this one is pretty close. I'm just that good. I can bounce it out just a little bit and get it to 19 1/4, then I'll secure them. All right, now that we have the upright bars secured, let's secure the horizontal bars at the top and bottom. Now at the top, we're going to slide a piece of cardboard up and underneath there before we start screwing the screws into the metal, because we don't want our drill to slide off and hit the new vinyl on that cover. All right, so this was the most difficult screw to put in, because you're having to screw into a bar with no pilot hole. So you're finding, basically what I do is I try to line it up with the bottom of the shell. That's where that screw is going to go. Let me show you what's going to happen next. All right, so once you have the screw there that's about level with the shell, I like to leave a little bit of slack so this can drop back and be up on its own. Otherwise, if you pull this too far forward, it's going to make this one like not stand up like it's supposed to, and it'll drop down while you're trying to do things with the tub and the cover. So I like to have it so it'll stand up on its own, which means it's at a little bit of an angle, not much, All that screwed in like that. Now we'll take our handy dandy tape measure. We'll go to that outer sleeve end, and then we'll come down here. We'll see it's at 6.5 inches. Then we'll go over there and we'll put the screw in at 6.5 inches. So they're basically even. All right, this cover lift is now installed. All the screws, lateral, uprights, chains. All right, mounting brackets, all that good stuff. Here we go, let's check it out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab it right here, slip it up into position, chains will grab it, and that is a good looking cover lift.